Hi, everybody. Welcome to Online Chemistry. I want to show you how to get started in our course. So if you go to our course homepage, the first thing you should see is the announcements. And so a lot of this stuff is stuff that you already will see in the syllabus, but I put it in multiple places in case you just need to see it. So here are instructions on how to purchase Mastering Chemistry. Here are instructions on how to write a lab report. And if you're in Chem 1132 or Chem 1130 or Chem 1124, here are instructions on how to purchase a lab kit. If you are in introductory chemistry, you will not have this because introductory chemistry doesn't use the Carolina lab kit. So let's talk about how this course works. If you click the modules page, this is your landing ground for the course. So introductory materials, again, includes all those same how-tos, how to purchase Mastering Chem, how to purchase lab kit, how to write a report. And again, if you're in introductory chem, you won't have this because introductory chem doesn't use the lab kit. All my other courses do. On this introductory materials, these three things are also in the syllabus, but I've posted them here again, just kind of for your review. The student expectations talks about what I expect from you as a student. If you want to read a little bit about me, I've got some files here that will help you how to prepare for an exam, how to study, how to get yourself motivated to work if you just don't want to. If you need to make a graph in Excel, here are some instructions on how to do that and how to add data to a graph. Now, when you are looking for Carolina Labs, there's a module called Carolina Labs Information. And then I've put you a link here on how to purchase the lab kit. So you just go through this process and you can purchase it directly from Carolina. You can also purchase it from the bookstore. So if you are using financial aid, you can purchase it from the bookstore with a voucher, and there are instructions on how to do that in the syllabus. Here's that file again on how to write a lab report. So if you're in General Chemistry 1, General Chemistry 2, or Elementary Organic and Biochemistry, when you do labs, you'll click this file right here that says Carolina Labs Information. And each experiment has two files. You have the instructions page, and this is literally just the instructions on how to do the experiment. And then you have a file called the data book. And the data book basically is where you're going to record your information. And it's got the data table already made for you. And you are not actually going to turn in your data book. Okay, I really want to make sure that everybody understands this. Do not turn in your data book. The data book is literally just to help you keep track of all your data. So download this file and add your data to it. Okay, but do not actually turn in your data book. When you are finished with an experiment, so you've gone through the procedure, you've filled out your data book, then you're going to actually write a lab report. And so here's how to write a lab report. You just open yourself a Word document and you'd start typing your document. And these are the things that I want in your lab report. I want your name and the title. I want an introduction. This is written in your words. I want you to write a paragraph of kind of what you expected to happen. And this does not have to be correct, okay? If you were expecting it to turn green and it turned purple, I don't care if you got that part right. I just wanted to know what you expected to happen. Use your data book to write a summary of the procedure. And then look, it says copy and paste your data tables from your data book. So since you have that Word document here and your data book is a Word document, you can literally just copy it and paste it. You do not have to make that file all over again. Anytime it says to take a picture of your cups or a picture of your test tube or whatever, put those pictures into the report and also give me 1 to 2 sentences telling me what I'm looking at, okay, so that I know what it is you're trying to show me here. And then give me a conclusion paragraph. Explain what you found out. Tell me if your experiment predictions were correct and how did you know? Tell me something you learned, and then tell me some things you could do better in the future. And this is the rubric that I'm going to use to grade you, and it's also posted in Canvas. So You have a potential 30 points that you can earn on the lab. And this is how I'm going to be grading you on this rubric. And so please make sure that when you submit your report, you've addressed everything in this set of criteria. All right, so that's how you write a lab report. Now, to go back to the course homepage, you've got your introductory materials. We've talked about that. Got your Carolina Labs information. We talked about that. Let me quickly go over to introductory chemistry, because introductory chemistry, oops, leave student view. Let me go over to introductory chemistry, because intro chem does not use Carolina Labs, but their stuff is very, very similar. So if you're in intro chem, you've got the same file about how to write a lab report. The only thing different about yours is that you don't have the Carolina Lab kit. You're just going to be using some materials from your house. But your procedure for how to write the report is pretty much identical to the other courses. So if you're in intro chem, you do not need to purchase a Carolina Lab kit. If you are an intro chemistry student, scroll down here to the bottom for intro chem. If you are an intro chemistry student, you go to the very bottom where it says kitchen chemistry labs. So that's what you're going to be doing if you're an intro chemistry student. If you're in Chem 1120, you're going to download this file. And these are the things that you need to purchase, because intro chem does not use the Carolina Lab kit. Introductory chemistry, you are going to purchase these materials and you're going to use them and do these experiments at your home or your dorm or wherever it is that you are currently living. So introductory chem students, you need to go to the grocery store and purchase these things. And if you don't have a microwave or a stove, find a friend who does. If you don't have a refrigerator or a freezer, find a friend who does, okay? Because those are the things that you're gonna need access to if you are in introductory chemistry. And that's really the only difference between intro chem and all Dr. Bruck's other chemistry classes. Introductory chemistry does not use Carolina Labs kit. Introductory chemistry is gonna be doing kitchen chemistry. So if you're an introductory chem student, you would just download your procedure and you would go through the procedure, and that's basically how yours works. And if you ever have any questions, please feel free to email me either through my school email address, or you can email me directly through Canvas here. So that is the big piece I wanted to talk about first, was lab, because that's the one that I get the most questions about. Let's go through the syllabus a little bit just to make sure that everybody understands the course and how the course works. This is the syllabus for general chemistry too, but all my syllabi have all the same basic information in them. So it doesn't matter if you're in intro chem, general chem, elementary organic chem, they're all going to be the same course policies. This is a fully online course, so we will never meet on campus. If you have a friend who's taking an on-campus class, they will meet on campus. But if you're in my online class, you will not ever need to go to campus. Make sure that you are currently connected to the internet reliably, okay? And make sure that if you need your software to be updated, please start that process before you start a test, for instance. If you don't have reliable internet, you could always go to our library. Each week, make sure that you're watching videos, doing lab, taking quizzes, and doing homework, just like your friends who are taking the class on campus. And this is very, very, very important. I will allow you to submit any work you want early, but I don't accept late work unless you have some sort of approved documentation, such as court appearance, being in the hospital, jury duty, military. Okay, that's all acceptable. But if you just said, hey, I was on vacation and I couldn't turn it in, that's not a valid reason for missing a deadline, because you have the whole semester to turn in everything. So if you are knowing that you're going to have a field trip, or you know that you're going to have a soccer game, or you know that you're going to have a vacation, make sure you turn in all your stuff before you leave for that trip. This is how the course is graded. Exams are 40% of your grade. Lab reports are 25% of your grade. Homework's 15% of your grade. Quizzes are 10% of your grade. And the final exam is 10% of your grade. And I round all grades to 2 significant figures. If you don't know what significant figures are, well, there's a video on that, so go learn. I just used the basic 10-point grading scale, 90, 80, 70, 60. Let's talk about exams. You're going to take 3 exams, just real regular exams, and then 1 final exam. All exams close at 11 o'clock on the night that they are due. And this is really important that you understand. Once you start an exam, you have a time limit of 3 hours to complete and submit that exam. If for some reason you go beyond that 3-hour time limit, it's going to record a 0 for your score. So keep an eye on your clock, and I will show you what it looks like to go through an exam here in just a minute. Quizzes do not have a time limit. Exams do. Okay, quizzes, you get 1 submission, and exams, you get 1 submission as well. I am allowing you to use a calculator and a reference page, and I'll show you where to get the reference page here in just a second, but no other materials. And again, make sure that you start your stuff early enough so that if during that 3-hour window, your internet goes down, you don't have this problem crop up, okay? Make sure that you're planning ahead. So here are our step-by-step instructions on how to take a quiz or an exam in Canvas. You can read it, or you can just watch this part. So if you're ready to take a quiz or exam, this is what the modules page looks like. We've already talked about that. Let's close it. We'll worry about this later. Let's scroll down here to the very bottom. Assessments, okay? Quizzes, lab reports, exams. So when you're ready to take a test or you're ready to take a quiz, let's just do it's something easy, elements quiz. Oh, it's locked. Sorry about that. Let me pick something that isn't locked. Let's go leave student view. Let's go to an old class from spring semester and wait patiently. So this is an older course, but it'll work still the same. Let's use sure. All right, so here's what it'll look like when you go to take a quiz. It'll say the name of the quiz. It'll tell you your instructions. It'll tell you how many points it's worth. It'll tell you all that good stuff. So when you're a student, you'll get your question, and then you just answer the questions. Okay, when you're done, you hit submit, and then you say, okay. And then it'll tell you right away what you got right and what you got wrong. So because I'm the instructor and I'm not the student, it's not going to show that to me. But if you do it, oh wait, there it is. So it'll immediately show you what question you got right and what the correct answer should have been. Okay, so it gives you that immediate feedback for any quiz that you take. So when you go take an exam, that's the procedure to do that. Let me go back to one of my current courses. Let's just pick Intro Chem again. When you're ready to take an exam, take a quiz, you go all the way down to the bottom where it says assessments. You download your reference page. You can have that with you. You can print that out. It can be sitting right there beside you. If for some reason it doesn't load, like right now it's saying it's currently unavailable. If you ever get an error like that, just click the title of it and it'll download it for you. See, you've got your reference page. You may not need every single one of these formulas on every quiz or test, but this is what you can use on every single quiz and every single test. So print it out, have it handy. You'll benefit from having it with you. And you can always use your calculator on it as well. All right, so that's how it looks for taking a quiz or test. Let's talk now back in the syllabus. Mastering chemistry, okay? So mastering chemistry is run through Canvas. So when you're ready to do mastering chemistry, you go to the home page for the course, and then you click this button right here that says My Lab and Mastering. And then you click this button right here that says Open My Lab. Now, because I've got this in student view, it's going to make me go through all this stuff where you just say, I agreed, all the license and all that good stuff. I accept. Once you do this for the first time, you'll never have to do this. Now, because I'm logged in as a student, it thinks that I'm trying to register as a student. So let me turn off student view for just a second. Let me put it in my view. It'll look a little bit different on mine because I'm the teacher and you're the student, but it should be pretty similar. When you log in for the first time, you go to your assignments page. Your list of assignments will show up. So you click on your assignment and then you just go through it. Now I haven't set the due dates yet, but the due dates will always show up right here too. I have not for this particular course set the due date yet, but the due date will always be right here. And then you just click it and you go through it. And then once you've answered all the questions, your grade will automatically dump into your grade book here in the class. So that's very convenient. And so mastering chemistry, if you've used a course with mastering before, like mastering physics or anything like that, you can use that same username and password, but you will have to purchase access to mastering chemistry again. And here are instructions on how to do that. So if you have a MyLab account, you would use that. Now, the course ID, I haven't filled it in for this course yet, but this is where it'd be posted. I'll post it here in the syllabus. If you're purchasing it from the bookstore, you can get an access code there. You can buy it directly through Canvas, Pearson. And then if you are waiting on your financial aid, you can buy temporary access for free for 2 weeks. And that will help you while you're waiting for financial aid to come through. And then if you have any issues, here's their contact link for getting support. All right, we've already talked about lab. If you're in General Chemistry 1, General Chemistry 2, or Elementary Organic Chemistry, you'll use the Carolina kit. If you are in Introductory Chemistry, you will not use this Carolina kit. You'll just go to the grocery store and buy a whole bunch of supplies. So here's how you buy it directly from Carolina. You just go to the link. You can enter your credit card, and there you go. If you are required to buy it from the bookstore because you're using financial aid, you just go to the bookstore. They don't sell you the kit, they sell you a piece of paper that's a voucher. And then you go to this website and you follow the instructions on that voucher. And then here's the website and here's the phone number to call if you run into any problems. It's pretty straightforward. We've already talked about how to use the kit and write your report. Now, because this is a completely online course, you're not going to come to campus for lectures, but I have recordings of all my old lectures from previous semesters. So to access those videos, they are actually just YouTube videos. And let's actually skip down to the bottom real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about here. The course is broken up into 4 units. So for each unit, you have stuff to learn and stuff to turn in. And so I've tried to make this as simple as possible, what to learn versus what to turn in. So for unit 1, these are the sections of the textbook that we're going to be doing. These are the lecture videos. These are the notes that you should read. And then these are the practice problems. Now notice it says optional. If you don't want to do practice problems, I am totally fine with that because I'm never going to grade practice problems. The only thing I grade is the homework. I don't grade any practice problems. This is completely optional to you if you want to do practice problems or not. So for unit 1, if you want to know what do I need to learn, you need to watch these videos, you need to read these notes, and then you should, I recommend, try these practice problems. But again, that's at your discretion. If you understand it, don't waste your time doing the practice problems if you already understand it. So how do you get to the videos? So each unit has All of these are open and that's kind of annoying. I'm trying to close them real quick because there's just so much to look at. So let's close all these windows real fast here. There we go. Okay, so Unit 1, there are the lectures and videos. Unit 2, Unit 1, here are the notes. And Unit 1, here are the practice problems. So one for each. Then here's Unit 2, videos, notes, problems. Unit 3, videos, notes, problems. Unit 4, videos, notes, problems. Okay, so to get to a video, you just click this. And so here are the lectures. It's a full lecture. It's just a recording. And if it says some error message like this, or it makes this sassy face, just click the title and it'll open it in a new window. And I don't know why it's got an ad in there, but you know what I'm saying. You guys are very tech savvy kids, I know, especially with the YouTube stuff. You probably know more about YouTube than I do, right? So if you need a video, just click lectures and videos. Now these are all full lectures. Some of them should automatically play inside Canvas. If they don't, then you just click the title. It'll open it up in YouTube and you can watch it. See? So there's the recording of me on campus going through this lecture. So my internet here is kind of glitchy. That's why it's all pixelated, but I promise when you look at it, it will not be all glitchy like that. And then these are all full lectures. You can actually hear students in the class asking questions and all that. Now, if you ever want to watch a short video, like you're like, okay, I don't need to sit through a 2-hour lecture. I just want to watch a short little video, refresh my memory. Then I've also made these little short videos where it's like a mini version of it. So this is me just kind of talking. So these are just short versions of the videos. So if you don't want to sit through a big, long, hour-plus lecture, it's something you are familiar with already, or you just want to review, you can watch these little short videos. And look, I've even got some review sessions from exams like that I've posted on here as well. So the videos, there's a ton of stuff on here. I mean, we're talking about 5 or 6 years worth of lectures that I've got on here, 5 or 6 years worth of short videos. I mean, it's not a small library, it's a big library of stuff. So for the notes, you just click on it. Here are the notes. You just open it. If you don't want to wait for it to load in Canvas, you just download it and it'll pop up in the download window right here. Print it out. I recommend having this with you as you watch the lecture, because then you can just kind of add to what I've already got here. And then you don't have to spend your time writing down every single thing that's said. You can just use this as a guide. And then if you want to try practice problems, you can try these practice problems. A lot of them either have the answers at the end or there's a separate file. So like here's problems and then there are the answers. I try to make this as straightforward and user-friendly as possible. Anytime you want to upload a file for, say, a lab, go to this assessments tab here at the bottom. You click on the lab. Look, there is there's the grading rubric in case you forgot what the grading rubric looks like. You would just click start, and then you would do this file upload. You would click here, upload file, you choose your file, whatever that file is, and then you click submit. If you have any comments to write to me like, dear Dr. Bruck, you are the greatest professor ever, you could put that there, and then you hit submit. And that's pretty much it for uploading uploading a lab report. And what other things have we yet to talk about? I think we're pretty much through everything. Let's go back through the syllabus. 4 units broken up into what to learn, what to turn in. what to learn, what to turn in, what to learn, what to turn in. This is a completely self-paced course, which means you work at your own speed. This is what I recommend. Now, this is a summer class, so summer classes are shorter than regular semester. But for regular semester, I would put, suggested deadlines just for yourself, for your own kind of keeping yourself on track. But again, I always put it in humongous letters so that you've got until the end of the semester to turn in all those assignments. You can turn in anything you want early, but you cannot turn things in late unless you have a really good documented reason. Let's scroll back up here just to make sure we haven't missed anything else. Oh, I get questions a lot about extra credit. It's available in Mastering Chemistry. These are some policies just for the college that, if you need to know about academic dishonesty, that's something that I'm hoping that you don't do, but this is how I'm defining cheating. And this is what will happen to you if you're guilty of that. This is our COVID policy. We're working remotely the whole time, so you don't have to worry about coming to campus. This is the college's accommodations policy. So if you need somebody to help you with an IEP or to help you with ADA accessibility stuff, that information's here. If you would like to withdraw, which I hope you don't, but if for some reason you need to withdraw, here's the place to go to do that. Here is our religious observance policy, and so how to access assistance with that. This is kind of what I expect you to spend per week working. I would assume you'd spend at least 13 hours a week working on this course. Some students work faster, some students work more slowly, but this is kind of like what I expect an average student to do. Here's some answers to common questions, like what's the customer support number? How do I know what to do for each lab? What do I do if my video doesn't play? These are the common questions I get emailed about. Here's some more student service help on campus. If you need Title IX services or the Learning Skills Center, that's the same thing as the accommodations policy. It's the same person. This is the retention coordinator. So if you need someone to talk to when you're having problems in your life, you're having problems getting organized, whatever, you can call or email. This is who to contact if you need help with financial aid. This is who to contact if you need help with the library. And that pretty much gets us through everything. Like I said, I've tried to make this as straightforward and straightforward and to the point as possible. If during any point you need to reach me, you can email me through Canvas, or you can email me on my school email address. And I'm really looking forward to working with you this semester, and I hope you have a great